Good morning, my people. I have no idea what is going on with this setup today. I don't know. It's kind of crooked. I have no idea what it is. But it is a Monday, and I am on my way to school to work on a master's final project that I should have been working on since June. But shit happens and I couldn't do it, and of course, I was dealing with this breakup, so the motivation wasn't there, any of that. So I'm hoping that I have turned a leaf, as they say, right? And obviously it's always going to be on my mind, but I can't do that. I can't keep thinking that, maybe whatever. I know that my ex is gonna be my ex. She's not gonna change. I fell in love with the idea of her love towards me, but my gut always told me it wasn't genuine, and I don't think that she will ever love me the way that I want or need to be loved. So anyway, I have to get out of my mind that like this wishful thinking that she will have an epiphany and say, oh my God, I am narcissistic, I need to change my ways because I keep losing people left and right. But obviously with everything I've read and therapy, that people, especially people who are narcissistic, cannot change. It's just the way they are, unless they choose to do therapy and they recognize. It's crazy, right? Because when they recognize that they are narcissistic, or that they have narcissistic tendencies, then it almost like changes the fact that they were. I don't know if that makes any sense. If any of you out there know about narcissism, right? A person, if they cannot admit they're narcissistic, that right there is almost like a given that they are definitely narcissistic. But I think all of us, we all have narcissistic tendency. Every human being. But those who acknowledge that and say, holy shit, that was, that's fucked up, I can't be doing that shit, then you're technically not a narcissist, you just have narcissistic tendencies. And I don't think she could ever do that. I mean, it would be a miracle from God in heaven or wherever she is, he is, it is, for her to see that, and it's so sad that those qualities trump all her other good qualities, because she's got good qualities, but who's willing to put up with that shit? So and now I've been chilling with people, making new friends and all of that, and my relationship with her stays out of it. Who wants to hear about their ex, right? Or their friend's ex? Nobody. But I think that in certain friendships, I have moved to a different level of friendship, and I am able to share. I'm able to share, the things that were really hurtful. And I know I shared this in other videos, that she was very disrespectful. The only person ever to insult me with words and I don't know, so disrespectful. And yesterday I met with a friend. I had lunch. It was supposed to be an early dinner that never turned into a dinner before church and never made it to church. But I was okay with it because it was such a great conversation. And the special thing about this friend is that she speaks Spanish. And the whole entire, I don't even want to call it dinner. The whole entire dinner with now dinner, but appetizers, we talked in Spanish. Oh, that was so refreshing. Oh, it felt so good. You know, it almost felt like home to me. You know, when I get to speak Spanish, because it's my native tongue, is what I associate with my authentic self. You know. But anyway, so while I was at that dinner, both of us opened up a lot about our past, and and that's what I meant. Like, the friendship kind of moved onto a different level, and I never want. It's funny because I shared with her. I say it, topical relationship issues, right? Not necessarily delve really deep. And when we were talking, I said to her, for like the in-depth relationship, it's gonna be a bottle of wine. And then she started talking about her exes, and I said, shit, that's 2 bottles of wine. So, man, but it feels good to be able to, I hope the school is open. It would suck if it was closed. But it can't be closed. No, there's cars there. So it just feels good to let it out, detox, right? That's sort of, and I really, and it doesn't, it doesn't matter how much I vent or I share the issues that I had with my ex. I still need, or I still have a desire to, to work it out with her. And I don't know if it's that there's a word for it that people use when it has to do with, like, you're in a relationship and you need that person, or I don't know what it's called. There's a word for it. I can't remember what it's called. And I'm thinking that maybe that's it. That's what the feeling is. It's not necessarily love. Because I don't think that I can love a person who does not love all of me, and all of me is my son. And the conversation came up yesterday with my friend too. I said yesterday like 15 times. That, although I did not birth this child, he's mine. He's my son. And he will forever be my son. He's my son. And I don't care that, maybe she sees it that, well, he's not really your kid, and she doesn't have to put the effort in. I don't know. But anyway, that right there, just that indicates to me that, yeah, we can't have anything. We can't have a future because, it was almost like she was, I never even saw, I think I saw her hug my son one time during New Year's. But she would hug her son all the time. She can't use the excuse, oh, I'm not a physical person, I don't like hugging. So this, I'm going to tell you a story about this cap, and then I'm going to turn it off because I'm already at school. That's how close I am. I started the video when I was leaving the house. So I went to a baseball game. I love the Yankees. That's my team. I'm from Connecticut. Well, I was born in Puerto Rico, but raised in Connecticut. So I went to a Yankees game last summer, and I was at the concession stand, and some guy says to me, "Yo, I pay you $100 for that cap." And I was like, "Yeah, no, thank you very much." I was like, come on. What do you want, 150? I was like, no, it's my cap. I've had this forever. So, I was curious to find out why the hell does he want my cap and pay that much? If he's paying 150, I bet you it's worth a lot more. So I researched, and just because it has like a little tab in the back, you guys can't see, but it has this little tab in the back. Just because it has that little tab in the back, they stopped doing that to baseball caps. And that little tiny thing makes it like a vintage, like rare cap. I was like, that's pretty cool. So I'm keeping my cap. And the thing is that I do love the Yankees, and I love baseball caps. So I have like, golly, it's embarrassing to say, but I have a lot of baseball caps. And if I didn't know I was a lesbian, I always knew, but I'm saying I have a ton of baseball caps. I have a collection of baseball. I think I have a baseball cap in every fucking color, and maybe even multiples of the same color, and not all like Yankees and stuff, just regular stuff. Sometimes maybe it's an issue, a problem. Like if I went to Alabama for my my ex-stepson's baseball game, and I had to get a baseball cap. Like almost everywhere I go, that's crazy. That's an addiction. All right, people, I'm out. I need to get my shit together, as I always say. Okay? Bye-bye, people.